Throughout the last year, I've taken you guys with me as I have built a brand from scratch, from literally just an idea to a reality. And it has been so fun to take you guys with me along the process, showing you guys the brainstorming, the business plan, to creating the branding, to the website, to actually launching, which it's launch day today. And I can't believe it. It's been such a long journey, long road, but it's been so fun and so rewarding, and just hearing all the messages and the excitement and to see you guys actually just as excited as me has been so motivating. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. But also just excited because I've had so many ideas for this for so long, and this is going to become a big focus in my day-to-day business, and I'm going to be pouring my heart and pouring a lot of value into the community. So I really had to strategically launch it at a time where I knew I could dedicate time to it. So lots of exciting things happening around here. But before we kind of go down a little bit of memory lane to talk about all the things that went into it and to wrap up the series, I just wanted to show you guys last week's vlogs because I took you guys with me as I made the final changes to the community, as I made those final touches and really just worked on the final product. So I vlogged a little bit last week, so I wanted to play that for you guys now, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap up the series. And also I want to show you guys right now what's inside the community so you know exactly what you're gonna get. So I hope you guys enjoy the little vlog to wrap up the series. Hi everyone, I haven't worked downstairs in our house in a really long time. I feel like I used to film here all the time, but hello. I launched the Curated Collective Co. website today, which was such a huge accomplishment for me because I've been working on it for so long. I've been just trying to make it perfect, and also I was using Shopify for this website, or I am using Shopify, and it was a bit of a learning curve because I've used it, but I've never actually created a massive back end. I mean, I have, but I don't know, when it's your own, you just kind of dive into it really deeply and see all the things that it offers. So I'm a big fan of Shopify now. I really love it. I wanted to show you guys, to start this video off, for my last building a brand episode, I wanted to show you guys things that I did into my Shopify to customize it and make it function well. And I'm kind of nervous for my first order, which I haven't received my first physical product order, which is the notepad. Which I actually have my camera down here right now because I took pictures of the used pages of the notepad so that I could add it to the product photos so that it makes sense how you use these notepads. But I'm a little bit nervous for my first order because I'm going to print the label at home and ship it out. I'm just going to print it off of our normal desktop printer and put it on the mailer, and I think I just drop it off at USPS. I don't know. I set up all the shipping things on the back end, which is what I was going to show you guys, and then you can create a shipping label based on whichever carrier you want to use. So I don't know, I'm so excited. But I did launch that today, and I've been getting so much great feedback, and people are being so sweet and sending me messages that it looks great and stuff, so that's always nice to hear. I'm gonna film all my content for next week's post today and tomorrow, which I'm gonna have to do a little bit today because it's already 4 o'clock. But next week's post is really going to be about pushing people to learn more about the community. And that's why I wanted to get the website up, because that's where I'm directing people to go learn more, is the landing page of the community on my website. So anyway, I don't want to talk forever and ever. I wanted to share with you guys something I've been really experimenting with, and that is my overall health and wellness, and these little shots have been amazing. They are Magic Mind shots, and they're literally a little flow state productivity juice in a bottle. I've been taking these alongside my coffee in the morning, or sometimes as a midday pick-me-up, because it has ceremonial grade matcha, which tastes amazing, and they have ashwagandha, which helps with my stress, keeps me calm, and it has so many vitamins and minerals, and I cannot afford to be sick right now with this launch around the corner, so I've been taking these religiously. And I even saw them in Sprouts the other day, and you can buy them in stores or online. I do have a code for you all, which is MeganW20, for up to 48% off your first subscription for the next 10 days. I love these little things. I'm going to continue to use them because it's helped with my productivity and my flow state so much, so definitely check them out. I am 1 week, or almost 1 week away from the launch for Curated Collective, and I'm so excited. I feel like I have a really good handle on things right now, in terms of like everything inside of the community, the tutorials I have ready to upload when the community is there. And also I finally finished the email marketing. I published that last night, or actually I published it this morning. That way I could have one more like solid day of getting some new emails into the email marketing or into the workflow. So that is live now, that's published. So a new email will be going out this week and then a bunch will be going out next week. So feel really good about that. But yeah, what I've been working on is basically going through all the content that I have inside of the community, because I want to make sure that like every piece of content is valuable, that it looks good on the app on your phone, and I'm really happy with how it looks. You can also flip the video this way to watch. You can watch it in 2 times the speed if you want to watch it faster. So I love that. But yeah, I've just been kind of going through that. So it looks so good on mobile. These are all the collections that are inside of the community. We have the design audit one, which if you click on that, it'll take you to fill out this form where you can basically submit a design to get audited to me, and then I will pick 2 every month to review. So we have that looks good. And then I also, inside of the client what if collection, I have this post here where basically you can comment on the post and share with me what your client situation is, or head to the chat rooms where you can chat in there as well. But yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later when I do some more of the community, and I hope you guys are doing great. Okay guys, I figured out Shopify and I'm so excited because I just thought I had a notepad sale. So what I was able to do, I was gonna be curious, was I was able to print the shipping label. It's awesome. And then also packing slip with like the information on what was purchased. So that's amazing because yeah, this just saves me so much, because I thought I had to buy a whole label machine, but I guess I don't. So that's awesome. At least for now. I think in the future I probably will, but this is perfect. So I am going to paste this on with tape, and this is USPS. I'm using USPS because it was a little more affordable than UPS, and I wanted to give you guys like the best shipping rates. So USPS, and I think I can drop it in the mailing box, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna wrap this one up and we'll ship it out tomorrow, because that'll be perfect. And I have it set. You can set it to when you want Shopify to notify the buyer of when you're shipping it, which is awesome. So anyway, here it is. I'm just so proud of how these came out, and I love like how it's sealed, and it's perfect. I'm so excited about it. So something I need to do, which I was thinking about, was create like a follow-up email for people that purchase to like get feedback on it, because I really want to make sure that I'm getting like feedback and reviews, because I know how important that is, which would be great. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's kind of tricky because this tissue paper is not big enough, so I have to like be creative with it. But yeah, anyway, just want to update you guys. I figured out Shopify and I'm so excited about it. But let's kind of reflect a little bit and go all the way back to episode 1 of building a brand. So during this episode, I was really sharing with you guys the whole idea and the vision behind this brand. And at this point, I knew the name of the brand, which it's funny enough because I thought naming the brand was going to be one of the hardest parts, which it actually kind of wasn't. It really came to me after I just brainstormed for like a week. It was probably like 2 weeks that I was brainstorming names, and I really loved the name Collective because at the end of the day, this entire community and resource center not only has like design tutorials, but it has tutorials on marketing and business, finances, how to like manage the business side of things. So I wanted it to encompass like a collective of resources that aren't just design related. So that is why coming up with the name, I was able to kind of narrow it down, and that's how I came up with Curated Collective. I love the idea that it has 2 C's in it. I don't know, it just felt like I could visualize the branding and how this could be something that just would stick around and be catchy. So I was really excited about the name. And at this point in the episode, for the very first episode of this series, I was really showing you guys like the business plan of things. And if you remember, I really broke down the different tiers of this business and also trying to strategize the best way to announce this and make it a part of my existing personal brand, but also its own identity. And I was getting a little bit confused with that, but I knew that once I started working on it and building it and potentially getting help later on, that it would all come together and fall into place. So at this point, I was really just working on the business plan, and I also got really excited about the products. So I was starting to like draw out ideas for t-shirts and stuff like that. I kind of got ahead of myself, to be honest, because I don't even have the t-shirts on my shop or anything, because that's a really tricky product to do, because I want the t-shirts to be nice. I don't want the quality control to be off and stuff like that. So I have put a little pause on that, but I got really excited about it in the beginning, and I took you guys with me to draw that out and design it. And honestly, just as creatives, I think that we just have to work on what we're inspired by, and everything else will kind of fall into place. So that is what I did. Now, although the naming of the brand wasn't that difficult, designing the brand was really hard. And I'm sure you guys know, whenever you design for yourself, it's so difficult. It's like we know what's possible, so we just question everything we're doing. That's exactly what happened to me. So it took me honestly probably 3 months to finally decide on the direction of the brand. I knew I wanted it to be very like earthy feeling. I created that mood board to kind of help me figure out the vibe I wanted to go for. But the branding, it did take a while. But once I had the branding done, everything felt really easy from there, because I knew like how I wanted the brand photos to look and how the website could really come together after that. So I did surveys on Instagram and stuff on the color palettes and everything. I was a really difficult part of the process, but during this time, we finally revealed the branding and everything was starting to feel more real. So during episode 2 is when I had my branding photo shoot, which was really exciting because, you know, branding photo shoots, it just brings everything together, and I don't know, it's always really fun. So I did the brand photo shoot, and I also was able during this time to get some more product samples. So I was designing the notepad design, which I'm so proud of, but I ordered over like 8 different samples of this notepad, and I took my time on it, and I finally found a local printer, which was awesome, that made it perfect, and I was so happy with it. So that didn't happen until later, but during this time I was really ordering those samples and getting t-shirt samples and stuff like that, because I wanted the t-shirts for the photo shoot just in case I wanted to add that to my shop when I launched. But this was during the time where I was really working on the photo shoot and also brainstorming the website, because I knew I wanted to have parts of the website done to know what photos to ask for at the photo shoot, which is something I do recommend, is like get a wireframe of your website, know which pictures you want where. Like I knew I wanted a lot more like flat lay images. I didn't want my face in all of them, because Curated Collective is all about community. It's all about you guys as designers, and I just didn't want to be like in every single photo, which I kind of am, but I think they came out amazing, and I really love how they look. Okay, so episode 3 was a little bit of a rough month. I think it was like episode 2 and 3 of building a brand, which if you have not watched those, I was posting an episode every month, like an update once a month. And during this time, I was having a rough time in my personal life. I got rear-ended in my car, which I didn't have my new car that I just bought. I didn't have it for like 3 months or so. So that was a bit of a bummer. And then I also had to deal with a lot of insurance issues on her end, because her insurance was not really that accommodating. And then I also got really sick. I had the flu. had the fever, all that stuff, and it just really knocked me down. Like for a few weeks, I did not feel like myself. So that's a good example of the fact that like taking this launch slow and taking this business build out slower allowed me time to like face those road bumps and not feel stressed or anything. So it all worked out and it was okay. And it taught me a big lesson of slowing down, able to really work on the website. I was really building that out slowly, but making sure that I was adding things to it and progressing with the website. And this is when I decided to use Shopify and just really start to kind of strategize the best ways to make it come to life on the site as well. But another very important thing during this episode was I hired a launch strategist. So I did my research on Instagram and found a launch strategist that I was really impressed by, got on an initial discovery call with her, and she understood exactly why I was looking for a launch strategist. And that was mainly because I did not know the best way to add this branch of my business onto my existing personal brand because I didn't want confusion on like what is under each one. So she helped me so much. She cleared my mind, and she also gave me a launch plan that I'm going to be able to use for every launch from here on out. So it was so worth it and such an amazing investment. So during this episode, I showed you guys behind the scenes of that call. Okay, I had to switch cameras because my other one died, and I really hope that this looks okay. But I wanted to continue sharing with you guys all the things that went on. So this was when the launch strategist handed over the roadmap to launch this new part of my business. And it was so helpful, you guys. Like I can't even explain how much I have referenced that, referred to that roadmap, and also just really cleared my mind on how to share the value behind it because I knew I would be investing a lot of my time into this, and I wanted to make sure that on the marketing side of things that I knew how to share that and showcase that. So super helpful, and I'm very, very glad that I decided to invest in this. Also, during this time, I decided to close down the community or course support center that came with my course sales. So with the course platform I use, which is Thinkific, I was basically giving all the students access to this community platform, but it just wasn't working that well for me because one, I didn't like the notifications that it sent out when a new post was in there. And also it was a free addition to the courses, but it wasn't worth it to me because if I was spending a ton of time in there, I just financially wouldn't be able to like sustain it. So I was like, you know what? I think the best thing is for confusion purposes and also just to make it really simple to close that down and have the Patreon community with the founding member sale. And I'm also going to be emailing the students that have purchased a course about the founding member sale and potentially offering them that sale for a longer period of time to make up for closing that free one that I had. But this is when I made that decision and shared it with everyone that was what was going to be happening. I was really nervous about that, but everyone was super sweet about it and it ended up working out perfectly. So episode 4 of Building a Brand was when I got my new podcast sign, which I don't think you guys can see it right here, but if you go look at my podcast episodes, I got my neon sign and it was an exciting moment because it was seeing my logo, seeing it lit up and just in my office. It made all the visions just feel even more real. So I got that, and I also got a trademark at this time, or I signed up to get a trademark, which was a whole process in itself because I didn't know what I was exactly paying for. But basically where I purchased my business license and everything, they offer trademark searches. So I paid for someone to do that for me, which was also an investment, but I wanted to make sure I do it right. And I also was getting a little bit nervous because I am investing a lot of time and money into this part of this new branch of my business, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to get in any sort of legal issues down the line. So I did decide to pay for a trademark researcher, and that is going to probably take 8 to 12 months. Trademarks take a really long time to get. I can start using the TM now, but it's just going to be a bit of a process. But I'm glad I made the decision to do that just to protect this new brand and everything. And I also showed you guys during this time another website update. The website design was a process that took a while, but I was totally okay with that. So episode 5 is when I had all the notepad, all the products. I had them sealed, ready to go, ready to ship. So I actually shipped 2 of them to my good friends to get some feedback and insight into like, is this gonna help them? And, you know, just to get it in the hands of other designers, because I wanted to see if this is a tool that not only helps me, but others. So I was really excited about that. And I also set up a review link, which I still need to send to them, just to get some feedback on it and some overall, you know, insight into if it's a tool that I can continue to make. So I did that, and I also was working on finalizing the website. During this time, I believe I launched the website, did kind of like a soft launch to my Instagram, and then shared with you guys on YouTube. And I also at this time ordered stickers to package up the notepads, make it feel more official, like a real business. So I did that as well. And it was really, honestly, at this point, just building out the community. I know I'm talking a lot about like the marketing side of things, which was a big part of the process, but this was when I was really filming tutorials as often as I could. So like anytime I was working on a client project, anytime an idea would come to me or a question would come through my inbox, I would make a tutorial on it. So I have a library of over like 50 tutorials ready to go. But I was also starting to add those into the Patreon because I want when you guys to join to be able to see tutorials in there. And then eventually it'll turn into just one tutorial uploaded a week. But I did want value in there when you join. I don't want you to join and it be empty. So there's already 25 posts in there right now. So when you join, I believe it'll be around that amount of tutorials. So plenty of content to consume before the weekly posts start. But yeah, that's when I was really starting to build everything out. So now we are at episode 6, which I truly can't believe it. It's been such a long, just a lot of work to get here, and I'm so excited about what it's turned into, and getting all those messages from you guys that you're excited about a community is motivating me to just make it even more epic. That is everything I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to just kind of reflect a little bit on the things that went into building this brand, and it's just been, like I have mentioned, it's been a lot of work. I've invested into this, and I am just so excited to help you guys in your graphic design journey and your business, and also to connect with my YouTube subscribers, because I feel like I want to just get to know you guys better and have a place for us all to go and chat and like grow together. So super excited. But I did want to mention real quick that if you are interested in joining, then now's the time to do it, because before the end of August, there is a founding member offer. So as a founding member, you get locked into a really good offer. You can either pay month to month or yearly, and you are locked into that forever. So you are a founding member forever. I just have to say that once again. But I recommend doing that now, because if you do that later on, the price will be about doubled. And the reason I did that was just because, like I said, I'm going to be dedicating a lot of my time, a lot of my day, and always being there to help answer questions. So if you have questions on that, let me know. But like I said, before August is the best time to do it. And if you wanted to upgrade or downgrade, do that before August too, so you can do that within the offer. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this series. I'll have to start a new one soon. I have some ideas for some fun ones, but I'm also really excited to just vlog my day-to-day again and show you guys what it's like now that I will have a community and being like the host of the community. So lots of fun vlogs to come. But thank you guys so much for watching this series. And also wanted to mention, if you feel like the communities may be something you can't do right now, that's totally okay. You can show support in so many ways, and it would mean the world to me if you just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free to do, easy to do, and if you enjoy my videos, that would mean the world to me. But thank you as always for being here and for the support, and I hope I get to see you inside the community, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.